Hello and welcome to this any percent PAL tutorial for Rygar. I will be covering pretty much everything that is known about the PAL version in this tutorial, even everything that I don't do in my record. It's almost like I'll almost go through the task basically, except a few stuff that I know that are not viable at all. Just a disclaimer, I won't be putting any links in the description because YouTube hates me. So I'm not allowed to put links anymore in my descriptions for some reason. I tried appealing for that and they didn't care. So yeah, the guide will be, well, the tutorial will be on the guide section of the speedrun.com page alongside with other relevant links that I think will be useful towards the run. Everything will be linked there, so make sure to check it out if you need more information or controller stuff, because I'll be playing on the keyboard, which is very much different. So yeah, I'll be going through the run and pretty much explaining everything there is to know about the game and its mechanics. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is that whenever you jump, Rygar kind of stops for a few frames. So you want to jump the least amount of time possible. In this first screen there is pretty much nothing except that one jump that I do that saves one jump basically, which saves a few frames. You want to jump on that turtle or over it, doesn't matter. And on that thing here, get away. That section here between the two lines, you want to jump there. It'll make you jump on the red snake that chases you, and jumping on it will basically make you clear the gap right there, and that saves an press, so you don't have to jump another time. The patterns here will mostly be the same. That turtle might not show up sometimes. The RNG is, I was gonna say pretty random, but there's no way to manipulate it. RTA. There's just no way. I'll go through the screen again. It's not too hard. But the RNG is not really manipulatable, at least RTA. So just deal with everything. That's pretty much it. There's pretty much nothing you can do. You just pray you get the right patterns. See, I got the same pattern there because I jumped almost on the same frames. That's pretty much the only way of manipulating patterns. Alright. Okay, so here I do a very specific setup. I'll show you the normal route first. If you do a normal run, you want to stop on the rope and do a neutral jump, and then go over the gap this way. I'll do it again. Rope, stop, and then start moving when the red snakes get under your feet. If you don't get a good pattern and the snakes are not there, it's fine, you can just take the rope. It loses some time, but RNG is not cool sometimes, so it's understandable. The thing I do here is a wall clip that I'll show you. I don't have enough save states, so I have to rewind. So the wall clips are pretty much subpixel based, so you want to do the exact same jumps I do, which are these three. I jump again on the left side of this pillar. I jump as soon as I land, and here it's very important that you land on the highest floor thing, and jump as soon as you land here. This will set you up for the clip, and then one last jump over that turtle, and then you want to jump here, pretty much the middle round between the pillar and the rope. If you do a full jump from here, you're gonna wall clip like this. It saves a bit of time, but it saves even more if you do a trick here that I don't think it has a name. I call it a corner jump or a double jump. Basically, if you jump just at the right frame, which is, I don't exactly know where it is. It's, I think, this one. Jumping on this frame and holding down right, mostly. If I can get it, you'll... Yeah, there you go. You see Rygar stops here. And then you can do another jump. If I let go of down, Rygar just falls. So what you want to do is hold down plus right, and then jump as soon as you get to the corner. There you go, just like that. it saves pretty much the full time. If you don't get that double jump, and you just, oops, and then you just go like this way, you still save some time, but it's very like, it's basically like 0.1 second. It's not really worth it. So you kind of want to go for the double jump. If you fail it, I mean, it's not that bad, but you kind of want to go for the double jump. For some reason, it's impossible in practice, but there you go. Some other thing you need to know is that you want to kill the most enemies you can. So if an enemy is in your way, instead of just, I think I'm gonna have an example here. Instead of just hitting him once out of your way, for some reason, I knew the pattern. You want to kill it, and there you go. You want to kill it, because you want to kill the most enemies on your way. Because at the end of the run, you're gonna have to grind and kill more enemies to get more attack and defense and HP. And yeah, so basically killing the most enemies on your way is makes it easier, basically. Well, not easier, but faster. The grind after is faster. Last thing to mention here, the jumps here are pretty straightforward. You just jump over the gaps and you try not to get hit. There is a strat here that you can do that is pretty much not RT viable in runs. I'm just gonna make, I have a save state for that, where you can fall there. And I'm not gonna get it because it's practice and I'm recording. But I can get it on stream, but I can't get it in practice. But if you do that over and over, you can go down. I'm gonna use turbo for that to make it like easier to see. And you can get through, right? I have a setup that I found. I have a full guide on it, which kind of applies for both PAL and NTSC versions, but apparently on controller there is a way easier way of doing that than the setup I found. So, and apparently it's faster, but this is my keyboard setup. In this game you can airwalk, basically. So if you press down over a gap, and then you let go of down and like press down again, you can airwalk. It will be used later, and I'll explain it further later. But here you use it to, you basically hold down, let go of down, and quickly repress down and B. And then your Rygar will go down a pixel. And you can do that over and over. And yeah, it's pretty hard. If you mess up the timing, you die, basically. And you can do that over and over. It looks slow right now because I'm not doing it quickly, but if you do it quickly, it actually saves time. I haven't practiced in a while, so yeah, it's pretty hard, and I don't advise going for it in runs. But yeah, it is a thing you can do. But for now, especially if you're just starting out, go for the glitchless route and just go there. You can hold upright and then left up to make it easier, so you can go up the rope on the first frame. You don't have to let go of the direction. Okay, so here again, the route, some enemies, there you go, some enemies will spawn there, so I just advise to jump and kill them, again, for more XP and attack. You want to go left here, and then go up. Before I go there is a clip you can technically do that is PAL only. I've only managed to do it twice. If you get in the corner here, you can clip in the corner here. I have yet to find a setup for that. But yeah, you can clip in the corner here and get out of bounds. And then go back in bounds. Up there. Which saves like... it saves like 2 seconds. So it's definitely not that worth it. But it's a thing that exists. If you want more infos, honestly, just watch the tasks. I don't even have a setup for that. Here I like to jump in the middle of this, like this bigger mountain, whatever you want to call it, this bigger like thing. I like to jump in the middle here and start to spam B as soon as this tree spawns. So I don't have much save states. Oh, important thing to note is that you want to move diagonally only when you're in the air. Otherwise you can't anyways, and going this way is just slow. So yeah, want to jump here and spam B as soon as it spawns, and then jump as soon as you land and continue spamming. Don't continue spamming on the ground. That'll just make Rygar like stop for a few frames, and it's really slow. So you don't want to do that. It's optional, but again, see, that's something you don't want to happen. It's optional, but again, the more enemies you kill on your way, the better it is. So yeah, you want to go here, hold down right, jump twice, and then go right. And enter here. Oh, really important to know, there is no hitbox here, there's no warp here. You really have to be on the left side of this thing, for some reason. I don't understand why it happens, but it happens. So here you get the grapple. It'll be useful later, but you have to get the grapple here. Oh yeah, so first major glitch of the run. We're gonna get through, like, as you can see, I can't, like, just walk. I almost did it by accident. Why? Why is it so consistent? Okay, that's weird. You can't just walk there. So we're gonna do a wall clip here. What I like to do is align with this part here, this line here that you can see on the ground. I like to align on the middle of it, and then spam right and up, down, as I'm doing it. I kind of clip. Okay, there we go. So you go there, spam right and up. And if you go too high up, you do the same with down. And you do that over and over until you clip. I don't know if there's a better setup for it. I've seen Peko do something like this. I just don't like it, honestly. I don't think it's consistent. It might be consistent for him, but I haven't found a way to make it consistent for myself. So, yeah, I definitely just use my thing. It's faster anyways, you don't have to set up or anything. You just go there, and then you go up and right. It's less consistent, but it's faster. And honestly, as soon as you get the visual cue for it, it's not that bad. So yeah, want to press right. And then here, while you're inside the wall, you do another jump. And there, go down. There we go. So now you got through. So you want to follow this path here. Important here to note is that Rygar will just stop here. I actually have no clue what causes that. Am I gonna fall? Okay, I kind of fucked myself. Whoops. That never happened. So you want to go right as soon as possible. What I like to do for that is just like jump and spam right as I'm going down. So yeah, you don't want to don't want to hit that wall there. Triple diagonal here, and then go down. It's just a normal pad. Here sometimes two trees can spawn. There we go. I don't have a consistent setup for those. The one thing that I found consistent was if you go there and do a jump and then hold down right and align yourself so you don't land on the tree, it's usually consistent, but as you can see, it's pretty like terrible. I really don't like when there are two of them. But yeah, yeah, it's just the pattern's hard. I don't have a good understanding of how to go through them. I just wing it and try to dodge them, basically. I don't think there's a good like way of doing that. Okay, so here, this is the major. I have a say for that. This is the major RNG part of the run. These birds here can be either low or high, or well, they can be mid, low, or high. See, this is a mid versus a low, and then a high. So what you want to do when they're high, you don't want to jump. I don't know why that one was mid. Oh wait, it's normal. So if they're mid, you want to react and jump and hit them so they get out of your way. Just like so. You really want to aim for the egg here, or whatever that is. Because otherwise, like you can see, it just like drops it on you. And you get hit every time. The only time you don't get hit by those mid birds is when the game lags a lot and there's a lot of enemies. They'll take like way more time to drop the egg, so you end up being on the other side. If they're high here, you just don't want to jump at all. They'll never hit you. And again, see, the game has a lot of enemies, so you can just go under it. Again, I don't know why that happens. I think just the game doesn't calculate for your position for some reason. And if they're low, I don't know if I have a low pattern on that. Nice door. No, that's mid. See, mid, react. Okay, if they're low here, you want to jump and try to kill them. So you really want to spam quickly, because... See, it's really hard to kill them. So if you have good mashing, you should be good. But if you don't, just try to not get hit, first of all. Try to either push them or break the egg. Even then, the game lags a lot, so it doesn't drop in on you. But really try to aim for the white thing, egg, whatever that is. It's pretty much the only thing that can hurt you there. So yeah, that pretty much covers the three things, so I'll go through again. So mid, you jump. High, you don't. Mid, you jump. You don't get a hit, usually. I don't know why I got hit there. Terrible pattern. This is a major RNG part of the run, and you will lose a lot of run to that. It's really not fun. So yeah. Now you're getting to the very hard section of the game. So there is two ways. You have to get up there. There are two ways you can get up there. And using the rope there is not one of them. I'm just saying. The birds are going to be on your way. You're going to take a hit. If you took a hit beforehand, you're going to die. So it's really not worth it. You can either go on the ledge here and use your grapple. If you're quick, I tried to set up, but if you're quick enough, you'll be fine. Make sure, really important, make sure you let go of right before you press up. Because as you can see, if you press up before right and then you hold up, Rygar is gonna continue walking. I don't know why the devs thought it was a good idea, but that's how they coded it. So make sure you really don't, because the amount of runs I lost to falling there is insane. So you let go of red, go up, and then you either want to time your jump like that, or what you can do is as soon as Rygar starts his animation, you can hold down. It's gonna make him air stall. So then you can take your sweet time to jump. Of course, the sooner you jump, the better, right? The other way you can do it is by using a glitch. Again, air walking. If you stop in the air like that and quickly press up and B, you really don't want to hold any of them, because Rygar just is gonna start climbing. So you hold down plus right here, and then you up and B at the same time. Rygar's gonna screen wrap here because the game is pretty well coded. You can start holding right as soon as the middle, as soon as you don't see Rygar spans, basically. And it is way faster than climbing the rope normally. But it's way harder. I've lost a lot of runs to that. The alternative I use in my record that is slightly safer, but at the same time not really, is to try it here. If you're not far enough, here I'm far enough, so it's fine. But if you're not far enough, Rygar's gonna still grab onto the ledge here, and if you have good reaction time, you can still go up and not get hit. The only problem with that strat that I found is that if you go down there and wait too long until you go right, the bird's gonna be in your way. In fact, I took a hit in my record. That's stupid. I took a hit in my run, which is pretty much the only downside of that strat. The rest is pretty much safe. Again, if you have good reaction time, you can just go down and oh, I didn't go down, so up. You go up the rope and jump. So here's the other major glitch, and the first part that requires some sort of mashing. Again, you can hairstall, and if you let go of down, you can do a few steps in the air, and you can go as far as you want. So we're gonna go really far. I don't know again, I'm gonna link a controller setup for this glitch on the guide. Uh, but the way you want to do it on any real controller, just the way you want to do it is hold down plus right and spam down really fast. If you take too long, like between presses, Rygar's gonna fall. I think it's 30 frames on the 4th frame. Rygar falls. It might be different on NTSC, but this is a PAL tutorial, so I don't care. So if you let go of down for 4 frames, Rygar falls. So you want to go there for a while. I don't have a specific cue, but you can see. I don't think you can see my mouse. Yeah, okay, it's very small, but there you can still see like the edge of that platform. I like to go a bit further and then jump. If you really want to take it safe, I should have just rewinded. I don't want to do that glitch every time. It hurts, by the way. If you practice that a lot, it hurts. If you want to take it really safe, see that you can still fail it. You can wait until you see the platform at the bottom right here, and then you jump. It loses like a second and a half or two, but if you really want to take it safely, that's what you want to do. Here you want to go down. You press down plus B to get the grapple down. So you get in the middle here and you go down. Oh yeah, so here you want to hit that bird twice so it's not in your way. And then jump on the very edge of that platform. And I mean the very edge of that platform. If you go too soon, you're gonna fall. So you really want to go on the edge of that platform. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. And here is the other major RNG part. You want to dodge those robots. But they're essentially random and they pop at... I got a really good pattern here. Basically. You want to dodge those robots. There is pretty much nothing else to it, really. Again, double shot and you jump over it. Right, see, jump over the robots. The thing they shoot is going to be faster than you, so you really want to jump over them. And you go down here. Any place, like any spot after the door is fine. Really important to note is as soon as you press down and B, you're invincible, like here. Like, I was literally through the enemy. So you really want to go down as fast as possible to gain that invincibility. And, of course, because you want to go fast, you know, it's a speedrun. So now we get here. 2 ways you can do that that jump here. Because if you just jump, you're not going to make it. So there's 2 ways. The safe way where you grapple to the ground here and go up and hold down. Just like how I showed you earlier with the other section. You go up and hold down, and then from here you can hold down left and do a jump. See, this is why I don't like that strat here. You have to be on the very edge, and then you hold down left. It's really tight, and I don't like it. If you want to do it, it's fine. I know Peko does it, but I think, in my opinion, it's not consistent enough for my liking. So what I do is do more airwalking. I only do a few steps. It's not as huge as... It's literally 2 steps. I do more in my record because I was stressed out. But it's literally... I stopped holding left, but I was making it. I was not making it. Okay, never mind. You want to do a few steps, basically. I don't have a specific setup. I just know what's right, I guess. If you want to take it safe, again, just go far. Usually here works. But if you want to take it like really safe, you can just like, I don't know, it's an exaggeration, right? You can go as far as that, and you're gonna make it for sure. So yeah, again, airwalk, airwalk. So here's the very important part of the run. This is pretty much the most important part of the run, right? This is where you have to grind for enemies. So you can see there is a tone, which is your attack, and the last stat, which is your defense, and HP, basically. Mine is going to be useful. I'll talk about it later. So you want to get those really up, because the final boss is really hard, especially on the PAL version. So you want to You want to get those stats up, so you have to kill a bunch of enemies. And the fastest way of doing it on the PAL version is to spawn those red snakes here and to kill them over and over. It takes usually like a minute and 15 seconds. It's really annoying, if I'm gonna be honest. But you have to do it, so... again, you get there. See, chokeable part. Honestly, I'm surprised I've never choked it in runs. It's very chokeable. So there's a line here on the left on Rygar's left foot here. There's a line, basically where I'm crouching right now. There's a line. If you cross that line with your right foot, right or left foot, I don't remember. I need a save state there. It's gonna be annoying. Yeah, basically with your right foot. I wasn't sure what my cue was, ironically. Whenever you cross that line with your right foot, an enemy is gonna spawn. So if you go back and come back, another enemy is gonna spawn. And that's how you spawn enemies infinitely, right? You don't want to spawn them too quickly, because they're gonna despawn off screen, right? So you want to spawn them one after the other, and just kill them. And then you spam B. Huge part of the run here. Like I said, it takes like a minute and something. So whenever you kill one, I'm gonna wait a bit here because I'm explaining stuff. But usually, as soon as you kill one, you go back and you spawn another one, and then you do that quickly. You go back and shoot twice. Go back and shoot twice. You can only spawn 4 at a time, right? So then you go back. I'm gonna do it quickly to like actually show you what it should look like. Spawn 4, 1 dies, so you respawn, 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 respawn. Again, you don't want to spawn them too quickly because they're gonna disappear off screen. But there you go. You do that over and over. It's really a timing thing. It's not about going fast, it's about the timing. You spawn them one by one. See, I'm not doing it right now because I'm despawning the other. As soon as one dies, you do a wiggle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my timing, basically. So you want to do that until you have 7 HP. Right now I have 6 of them at the top right. You want to do it. There you go, 7 HP here. So now your attack is going to be... Attack and defense is going to be pretty much half of what the max is for the PAL version, which is fine. And your mind points here, I don't use it in my runs anymore. But what you can do if you don't have much HP, those mind points are random. They're basically the stars that appear when you kill enemies, and you get them at random, just like potions are random. And you want to, if you don't have much HP, you can recover here. It's gonna take all your mind points, which is somewhat rare that I found. For some reason, when I did some practice with it, I was like, oh my god, I'm getting like the right amount of mind points every time, so I'm just gonna recover every time so I can have full HP for the boss fight, right? And I'll be able to tank more hits. Turns out that's not how it works, and I got extremely unlucky when I was doing runs, so it's not a viable strat. But again, if you're just starting out, you can take the time to pause, and if you have 7 mind points, you can recover to get all your HP here. There you go. The other thing you can do is get Attack and Assail, which is going to take 5 of your mind points. And what that does is that it gives you 10 shots that hits every enemy on screen. And it also makes you invincible, which is really good for the boss fight. But again, I've never used it in a run, so I don't know how really viable this is. And Power Up is useless. It just like increases your attack range. I don't know if I'll be able to... I mean, I can go through the grinding again at normal speed. Again, chokeable part. So again, you spawn those enemies. And this is really... That's what I've came to realize. This is really what's gonna make or break your speedrun. In my run, I saved like 12 seconds on that split. maybe less actually, it was more like 9. Because I spawned them quickly and I didn't mess up my spawnings. I was just on time. So this is something you really want to practice. It looks brain dead and it looks like you just want to like shoot enemies, right? But it's really a matter of timing and spawning enemies without making them despawn by accident, and spawning them as quickly as you can. Reaction time to when the enemies die and everything. It's kind of like NTSC, honestly, but instead of going up and down, you go left and right. So see, this is terrible because I have no enemies on screen. You never want that. You always want at least 3 on screen. See, I have no one here, so I'm losing time. And it should be done very much soon. And there we go. So again, I have full mind points. So for some reason the strat works sometimes. But yeah, I don't advise really relying on it, but if you're just starting out, if you see that you have max mind points, which is 7, recover and get as many HPs as you can. Here you want to jump over it. Here what I do is fall here and jump as soon as I fall. It's gonna make you double bounce on those robots and dodge every single attack. And there you go. You get to pretty much one of the final screens. This is the boss, well, it's not a boss fight, it's the pre-boss fight. This is where the wrong warp is gonna happen. So my cue here is to press up and B here. Pretty much when Rygar's crown is aligned, that's not fair, is aligned with the left side of this pillar here. I think I have a better pattern here. And then you hold down again, so you can jump anytime. And then you jump, what am I doing? You jump up left. On some patterns, just like I got in my run, you're gonna, there you go, bounce on this guy's head. And bouncing on his head aligns you. Again, if you're just holding down left here, if you're doing a wiggle, you're not gonna reach it. But if you're just doing down left and you bounce on this guy's head, well, congrats, you're already set up for the glitch. If you don't, and if you land just like I did here, you want to do a few airwalks until you're in the middle of that pillar, and then you do a jump. That was not fair. I got screen wrapped hit. So, just to recap, you go up here, and if you don't land, you do a few airwalks, right? To the middle, if I can actually do it. That shot is annoying. Oops, you see I messed up my setup. Whatever, I'll take the hit. I won't take the hit. It's really hard. Honestly, I lost many runs to that. So you airwalk again, and then you get here. Really important here. You want to jump on the black part of the wall here, but you don't want to hold left, because it's going to make you scream wrap into another screen, which is the first boss fight of the game. You don't want to go there. So what you want to do, basically, is as soon as you jump here, well, as soon as you reach the black part here, you want to stop your movement. Oh, see, that's also something that can happen if you go too far. Really important to note, you really have to be in the middle of that pillar here. If you go too far, I'm gonna, like, again, exaggerate the movement and stop. That's not fair. There you go. You're gonna be stuck there, and you can't get hit for some reason. So yeah, again, don't do that. Be careful with that glitch. So yeah, you want to stop your movement on that black thing. So you let go of left as soon as you enter the wall here. And it's gonna make you clip into the wall. And doing so, as soon as you're in the wall, you can do up B and then grapple the wall and go up as you want. And then you go up another screen. Okay, last glitchy part of the run. As soon as you get to that, I don't know if you see that yellow here. You want to hold down. This is the platform, surprisingly. You want to hold down so you don't fall, and then you jump towards the right. After your jump, you don't want to reach the screen too soon. You want to wait until you reach those 2 blocks here. I'm gonna rewind, like really showing. As soon as you get it here, you start holding right. Rygar's foot should be aligned with. I can pause actually. Can I pause mid? I can't pause mid screen transition. Okay, so Rygar's foot should be aligned with that block here, that kind of block. It should be aligned here. So yeah, and then you go right. Rygar's gonna kind of jitter a bit, and he's gonna fall down here. And you want to grapple the floor again, down plus B. Between those 2 things, I usually do it pretty far on the left, so I have more time to react to Ligars, whatever you want to call it, attacks. So you go down here. And this is the final boss. I know it's not really dramatic or anything, it's just kind of there. The boss shoots those weird things. I call them shrimps because I don't know why. I just heard that term from Ninja Gaiden long ago, and I thought it was funny to call it shrimps. He shoots a lot of those shrimps things. It's usually between like 3 or 4 waves of those, and then you can just attack him. It doesn't shoot anymore. I don't know why, I don't know exactly why, but after a few of those, he stops shooting completely. In my run, I got really unlucky, and I got 7, so keep that in mind, that it can happen. But you're usually gonna get 3 or 4 waves. So what you want to do is, I think I'll just do the whole glitch again, because I'm too far. Oh, see, another thing, if you're too far, I should have specified that. If you're too far here and you try to jump, you're just gonna completely skip the platform. So you really want to be on the edge here. Oh, see, if you don't hold F enough, it's not gonna work. It's a very precise glitch, surprisingly. I'm just gonna speed up a bit. Okay. Oh, I didn't hold down. Another thing that can happen. You want to hold down because you're gonna fall. And there we go. And then you go down. Oh yeah. So you want to shoot him. You don't need to spam too quickly. So you want to shoot him and then, yeah. And then react to the patterns. He shoots, you go down. That was really unfair. I think on that, like, on that frame I don't get good patterns. Whatever. Want to shoot and then dodge his attacks. I got hit there. You can tank 1 hit usually. Okay. That should be the last one. Yeah, there you go. That's the last one. And then you just spam B until he dies. You can hit Rygar every between 30 and 32 frames. So if you really want to time it and do like 2 presses in a second, basically. Just like that. You can. I usually like spam because it's more consistent, I'd say. If you really want to time it so you don't want to break your fingers, that's fine. I mean, honestly, it's a better strat in my, like, I feel like it's a better strat because it doesn't break your hands. But you really have to be able to time them. You're gonna have to hit Rygar, whatever. I feel like we should agree on one pronunciation. Whatever. You want to hit him between, like, I'd say 78 and 83 times, depending on your attack stat. So it's gonna take a while. The fight usually lasts almost a full minute. I already hit him a lot, so yeah, you want to hit him a lot, and then he dies. So again, last demonstration of the full thing. You don't want to fall there. Very chokeable part. Again, I've lost countless runs to that thing. I have a run on my channel where I was maybe a bit drunk, where I lost a run to exactly that. So it can happen, and it will happen. So don't get too frustrated. Whether you can bounce on him or not is also very much RNG, so again, don't get too frustrated if you're not able to. It's not a skill issue, it's an RNG issue. So you spam here, you dodge attacks, dodge. Can be very slow if you get bad patterns. Ouch. And that should be it. Yep. See, 3 or 4 waves. This is usually the average. Like I said, you can get unlucky and get a terrible pattern, but you usually get 3 or 4 waves. In most cases, you'll be able to tank 1 hit. If you don't get hit throughout the run and you don't get any potions from the grind, you're gonna be able to tank 1 hit. Because it does 3 damage no matter what. So yeah, you just hit him over and over, and you pray that you PB. That's pretty much it. Come on, there you go. Timing stops when the rope disappears. I don't know if I'll be able to stop on the timer here on the right frame. Oh, I actually can't stop, but like, you can see the rope disappear here. It's a better, the boss fight just like it flickers because you hit him, so it's not really a good cue. But the rope Rygar has here is what I use as a cue to hit to determine when's the last frame, basically. So yeah, and then boom. And there you go. Congrats, you beat the PAL version of Rygar, which is considered impossible. Yeah, I think that covers almost everything. There is a different boss strat you can do that I'll mention quickly here. Oh, again, an issue of holding up while holding right. If you airwalk to that direction instead, and you go right, just like the Taz does, the boss is gonna be right there. So Wolf, why don't we beat that boss instead? He never stops shooting shrimps. And even the Taz gets hit twice. So no, it's not gonna happen, RTA. It's not possible. You're too close to the boss. It's not gonna happen. The only way you can see it maybe happening is if you power up. I don't even know how... Oh, I forgot that glitch. That's funny. If you use the menu when the boss is here, you just kind of make him disappear. Yeah. I don't know how far the range goes here. Oh my god, please go down. See, it's not even better. You have even less time to react. So it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do that boss fight in runs. Unless there is a way to make him stop shooting, or there is a consistent way of dodging every single one of his attacks. But again, even the Taz gets hit twice there. Power up is useless here because you're literally next to the head. I'm giving it, yeah, I was gonna give it a try to show you, but really, yeah, it's not happening. So yeah, that's pretty much the full thing. Again, the guide on speedrun.com will have links to different stuff, especially for controller setups. So make sure you check it out if you need more infos about that. And if you have any other questions, just ask it in the comments or make a forum post or whatever, and I'll make sure to answer it. I'm probably not the most knowledgeable. I just take responsibility as basically the fastest PAL run. I feel like I should make a tutorial on that because there is not one. So that's pretty much my route. But yeah, if you have any questions, just ask them, and I'll make sure to answer them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun running Rygar. Bye bye.